Hey guys, so I'm out walking the neighborhood trying my selfie stick because I haven't done this before. But anyway, I wanted to chit chat, get on here and chit chat with y'all about some things. Um, one thing that really chaps my hide about the healthcare industry are these weight loss doctors that all they want to do is aim for fast weight loss at any cost. They're not looking at real lifestyle change. Many of them just give the drugs and give a restrictive diet like intermittent fasting or intermittent fasting with keto or all this craziness. And I guarantee you, you will lose weight no matter what diet you go on. Any type of restrictive diet that especially has a bunch of food rules, you will lose weight. But the problem isn't losing weight, okay? The problem is keeping it off, right? So I've got people who come to me, they've struggled with their weight. Hold on, I gotta cross the street here. Weight and yo-yo dieting, okay? Yo-yo dieting where you lose the weight and it comes back on. It usually comes back on more. And all these restrictions, all they do is increase food obsession. So you think about food all the time. You're always trying to plan something around your food and your meals. And then the ones with really big restrictions, like types of food, you can't have like a certain list of foods that you can't have. You end up craving those particular foods, right? So it really makes people's life full of anxiety. And even though the weight's going down, and people love that, right? You get that quick weight loss. But again, the problem is it doesn't stay off, all right? And that's because we're not dealing with the root issues. The root issues, one of the biggest things that I see with people is eating out of that non-physical hunger. A non-physical hunger, non-biological hunger, that can be eating out of emotions, habit, or boredom the majority of the time, or using food as your only way to cope, soothe, and reward. So if that is your root issue, if that's the big thing that you're struggling with, doing these restrictive diets with these really low calories, taking these drugs to where you don't even feel like eating anymore. I can go down here. Where you hardly feel like eating, right? All these restrictive food rules, cutting out all sugar and all this stuff, that's really not going to solve the problem, right? You're going to lose the weight, and then it's going to come back on because it's not sustainable. We have to look at sustainability, and it should never be weight loss at any cost, because what ends up happening is it really damages people's relationship to food and the mental health, okay? So we have lots of people with disordered eating, lots of people struggling with binge eating, eating at night in secret and stuff because they don't get that satisfaction with the quote healthy meals that are super strict, or they end up just getting hungry, right? If you're restricting during the daytime, it's going to be made up at night most of the time, okay? So, those nighttime snacky snacks and stuff. So really, that's the one thing that I just cannot stand is this weight loss at any cost, because it's not worth the mental anguish and the disordered eating and the eating disorders and the binge eating that this all creates, okay? We have to look at that sustainability and how you want to feel, not just physically, right? Because I know that you want your joints to feel better. You want to decrease inflammation. You want to be able to move more, right? You want to have more energy. You want to look at your health. So you want to have your goal be improved health and well-being in both your body and your mind, okay? So when you're making these lifestyle changes, it doesn't really feel good to be food obsessed and meal obsessed all the time, to where you can't just live your life, right? Go out with your friends or your family and do things because you're afraid about the foods, or if you're going to overeat, and if you're going to feel out of control. Okay? Those out of control feelings happen when you're restricting all the time. So that's what we don't want to do. All right? So as we're thinking about these long-term lifestyle changes, always think about what is gonna fit into your lifestyle for the rest of your life, for long term. Okay, if you cannot fathom doing it for the rest of your life, then don't do it. Okay, so really think about that. All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to say while I'm out on this walk around the hood. I'll talk to you later. Bye.